It is pretty yummy.
We don't know how to awkward intro, so here we are. We're
So
going to talk about week one.
We're not going to awkward intro. We're just going to...
Boom! Starting now.
Take one.
So week one, Better Homes.
In case you couldn't tell, we made applesauce.
And it was delicious. It is delicious. Do you like some?
Sure. This is getting a little weird commercially for me. I'm just going to take this and... That's so good. Okay, week one.
Week one, Better Homes and Gardens, cooking through a cookbook. So we started with, like most good things, with pizza.
Yes.
So we started with pizza dough.
We've made it before. That was actually one of our first moments where I was like, hey, I really like this cookbook. Was we were wanting to make homemade pizza, like margarita pizza, and I decided to make my own dough, and that was kind of my adventure into breadland. That was that kind of started. And
it was. And now here's the pizza king.
I am the bread master.
The bread master.
But yeah, so it makes a ton. That's what was surprising about it. I mean, you make a batch, and each batch makes 4 like dough rolls that are each an 11-inch pizza. 11 to 12-inch pizza. And it's good. It's really, really good. It's stretchy crust.
The first time we made it, we each had our own personal pizza, which works, but also if you're like snacking throughout the day, one pizza is actually pretty good to share.
No, yeah, it
between
works.
The two of you.
Works pretty well between 2 people.
And it freezes super, super well.
Yeah, right after you let it rise and you've split it into like the little individual dough balls. I don't know, a less awkward way to say that. After you split it up, if you saran wrap it and throw it in the freezer, and then you take it out, which our last 2 pizzas we did those first 2, those were fresh, and the last 2, you couldn't tell a difference.
No, you just let it sit in the fridge overnight, and then
bring it out, let it get to room temperature for about 30 minutes, and it's really good.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And with that, not in the cookbook, Shaun has his own pizza sauce recipe now.
Oh, yeah.
It's super, super complicated.
Really, really tough.
Grab a pen and a paper.
Tomatoes and salt. That's literally it.
Hand crushed.
Hand crushed. I used actual tomatoes, but you can use full canned crushed or full
Those,
canned tomatoes, like the whole ones.
San Marzano.
Yeah.
Or something.
And you literally just take however much you want. 2 tomatoes was fine for 1 pizza, and you just hand crush them, squish them, and throw in just as much salt or as you think you want. And then you pour it on there. It's delicious.
And then you drizzle a little bit of olive oil and then slice garlic.
Yes.
Okay, we are all about our garlic press.
Yes.
Someone gave it to us for a wedding, and I remember one of our friends making fun of us and being like, that's one of those things that you will register for and never use, and we use it.
Who doesn't?
Almost daily.
Does anybody not? Like, do people seriously go out and buy minced garlic and use that all the time? Because that is so expensive.
But yeah.
Wow, okay.
But anyways, we're big fans of our garlic press. But in this instance, slice it thinly and then just kind of place it throughout on top of your sauce, and then you can start putting your toppings on.
Yep.
Makes such a huge difference. It's delicious. And with our pizzas,
I
cannot drink water with pizza. It's got to be soda or milk or like what's it called? A cocktail?
Something, yeah. I just can't do just water. And I never had thought about it before, and then we got married and we were dating, and through the midst of our dating, we'd get pizza and she'd be like, I need something besides water, I can't have it. And I thought about it, it was like, that's weird, but then I thought about it, I was like, I don't ever just drink water with pizza, and I still don't. So yeah, we tried a couple of cocktails. We made a Moscow Mule.
Which is one of my favorites.
We've made that before.
Okay, I need more drinks that are not beer that I can order from a bar once we're about to go back to bars.
That don't make her sound super girly.
Yeah. So let me know what is good that I can order, because I'm all for a Moscow Mule. I'll order that anytime, but I need something else. Like, what's the minty one? Or I don't know.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
something.
See, I don't know. We don't know our drinks very well.
So yeah, I need help in that department. So we made that, and then he made
the recipe
himself
was very simple.
A whiskey sour.
That was really good. I got
Good. His bourbon is very, very strong.
I got a very strong bourbon from my boss as like a reward for doing something, and so it was We tried it. I tried it in an old fashioned, and it was good, but
So strong.
super strong and very, very bourbony. Which I like bourbon, but it's a lot. So whiskey sour was nice because it adds.
Nice. It was very lemony,
It was
right?
lemon juice. It was lemon juice, lime juice, I think, and sugar into the bourbon, and it just gave it a really nice flavor. It tastes super good, and yeah, it's a good drink. So that was really, really good. And then of course we made
We made applesauce.
applesauce, which is delicious.
I'm actually quite proud of. We somehow ended up with like 6 pounds of apples. The recipe calls for 8, so I cut it in half, and it's still made 2 of these jars, and then
One's in the
which
freezer.
this is a pint, and then an extra bowl that we just ate right away.
This is what 4 pounds of apples looks like in a pot. It was supposed to be 8, but I don't have 12 children, so.
And it was delicious. I did the spiced version of it, and I threw in some of my cinnamon bark, clove, and nutmeg, Young Living Vitality oils. What? And it's delicious, and I was super proud of myself because you have to process the jar. So you fill
This is
it,
a whole
you do
thing I
all the
never knew
things.
about.
I never knew this when you can things. So you fill it, and then you put the lids on, and then
You boil it,
I boiled
the whole
it.
thing.
And that takes whatever. I'm not going to give you a science lesson, but it helps like keep it from spoiling. And when I unscrewed this lid, it was like the biggest pop. And I was so proud because that meant I did it right. So
It is really good.
you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Last one we did was pan sauce,
Yeah,
which
I
we've
was
also
proud of this
made
one.
this one before. It's chicken with pan sauce, which we actually did that previously. But this time, we just did the sauce, sans chicken. We did not just...
Nice.
Thank you. Words.
Yeah, so when we did it with the chicken, it was super good. And these pan sauces, what's fun about them is you make whatever you're making. Cast iron skillet would be recommendation for me, just because I'm a sucker for it. But all of like little chicken crispies and stuff that like accumulate on the bottom, it's really simple. It's just like white wine, chicken broth, cream, butter. Alexa, stop timer.
We're
I thought we
cooking
turned
dinner.
that. I thought we turned that off.
Whoops.
But super simple and delicious with the chicken. And but we were making a zoodle dish, and we
With
were
bolognese,
with a
homemade
homemade bolognese that she made, but we realized we didn't have enough, or we thought we didn't. So we were like, crap, we need more sauce. And I love mixing like cream and red sauces. That's what I would always do back in college when I would go to like the really cheap pasta stand. So I was like, well, what if we added a cream sauce? And again, just tried it without the chicken, and it still tasted great, and it mixed really well with the red sauce.
It was delicious. I think it's the best like zoodles I've ever had.
This smells so good. Shaun, you are a master chef.
We'll see. Yeah, we demolished it. It was so good.
By the way, zoodles are so
Zucchini
easy.
noodles.
Zucchini noodles.
If you didn't know what that meant, then
So easy to make. If you're buying them in the store already zoodled,
wrong.
you should buy a zoodle spiralizer is what it's called. And it takes like 2 minutes.
There's like a KitchenAid attachment for it too, if you have one
Yeah.
of those.
So
We don't
anyways,
use that, but
it was delicious. He is a genius. This is why until recently, I've started experimenting a little bit more, but usually I am very much a recipe follower, and Shaun is like,
I
what
was
if we
just
did
to
this?
throw it all together and hope it tasted good. And normally it did, but it wasn't.
It does.
But it's fun it was really fun just having the confidence, and I eyeballed that recipe for the most part. I wasn't even really measuring stuff out. It was fun having that confidence, and that's come from just using cookbooks, and especially a cookbook that explains why you're doing what you're doing a lot of the time, and just having that confidence. It was really fun to do. So
The more you cook, the more you know how to cook.
not a tagline.
Not a tagline.
The more you know how to cook.
The more you do stuff, you can do it well, and things. Or something.
We'll work on that one.
We should probably check on dinner.
Probably
We're
should.
making
Weed one was good.
unstuffed cabbage rolls, not in the cookbook, but it's Pinterest recipe and it's super delicious, and we should probably check on it. So
Is that our thing now?
Yes.